Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew Stott, I'm the Emperor of Stomaria, and today I want to go over what our plans are for 2022. Now, as you can see, our setup is still not quite ready. There are still some more pictures and some more mirrors and things to go up, and so this again is not our final setup. There are another 3 or 4 videos, I think, which are quite similar to this, this setup that we have at the moment, but this is not the final setup. So again, you'll have to bear with me while we sort out that. But I wanted to make this video because today is the new year, the 1st of January 2022, and I think it's quite customary for campaign groups, political parties, or other organizations like that to make some sort of statement, to go over how things have been over the course of 2021 and the plans they've got for the new year. And even though that we were founded in June 2019, and I normally give like an address, I suppose, on our founding day on the 16th of June, we've never really done a New Year's message as such. I'm not quite sure why that is. It's just not something we've really ever done. So I think going forward what we'll do is in June we'll go over what we have done over the course of June to June, and the new year, the 1st of January, we'll go over what we're hoping to do throughout the year ahead. And I don't know, we'll see how that works. We'll try it for a few years, and if it gets a bit complicated, then we'll change it up. But so 2022, the plan. Now, I'm not really one to set arbitrary targets because it's not like we're a business, a massive corporation or anything, which has had years of past activity which we can use to project the future or anything like that. I mean, we can take a best guess as to how 2022 is going to be. We can certainly set ourselves targets, although as I said, they are quite arbitrary. It'd just be nice to hit certain thresholds. But it's not to say that anything less than that would be a failure. So I think I'm just going to talk more generically about what our plans are for 2022. I suppose there are 1 or 2 targets that I'd like to hit, but I'll talk more about those in a minute. So the first thing that I want to go over are the 3 sort of primary targets, the sort of primary things that we want to sort of do more with. And that is the recruitment of more citizens, the expansion of Stomaria in terms of its the number of citizens, the number of nobles, or even the number of other micronations that have been incorporated into Stomaria, to expand the size of Stomaria's population, if you like, its citizen count. Again, I'm not setting a particular target for this. If we double, triple, quadruple, so much the better. But if I say we want 20 citizens and we get 19, that's not a failure. That's still pretty good going. And for the Stomarian staters, I want to increase the number of staters that we purchase, that we have produced, and the number of staters that are in circulation. I will get onto these points in a bit more detail in a minute, but the third thing we want to do is get that, the holy grail. We want to purchase that plot of land, and that is going to happen this year, come hell or high water. We have looked at plots over the last few weeks in particular. There were some which showed some promise, but unfortunately the prices, the sale prices that the people putting these plots of land on the market for, they were just extortionate in my opinion, and we couldn't justify purchasing some of the plots that we've looked at. But there are a few small plots. I mean, even if it's just like a corner of a field, I will probably have to go down that route at some point, but we will look at purchasing some land just so Stomaria does have territory. I mean, we do have territory in the sense that the Kingdom of Wayward is an associated state within Stomaria, that is freehold private land, so that does count towards our total, but we do not have any provinces or protectorates, and that's something that I would like to do this year. And so that is the third major primary target. And all three of these targets revolve around the expansion of Stomaria, its economy, its culture, its identity, and that's what matters to me. Because we want more citizens, because we want more people to play an active part in this project. We want more people to, set up little businesses. We want more people to, join the Imperial Guard. We want more people to hold ministerial positions. We want more people to be governors of local provinces. We want people to be active in whatever way they can be active. With the Sumerian status, obviously it is just nice to have more gold or silver coins in circulation. The first micronational money is what I've described it in the past. I've yet to see any evidence to say that it is not the first micronational money, but that's beside the point. The idea of increasing the number of Sumerian states is about promoting one of our core values and objectives, which is the utilization of sound money, money that has intrinsic value, where the value of the money is within the commodity itself. And to have more of that in the imperial treasury, but also in circulation, being used as a medium of exchange between different micronations and fellow Stomarians. That is something that I'd like to see more of. And come January time, I think we are going to see a little bit of an uptick on that as we, get back into the swing of things. It has been a bit of a hectic month for me, not just because of New Year and Christmas, but also because of the house move. So things have been put on the back burner a little bit. And obviously, finally, the territory. The territory is a big thing because Stomaria is very much a keen advocate of the acquisition of private freehold land as a way to, in order to promote our values and objectives. And we've really struggled over the last few years in really pinning down a plot of land to purchase. But like I said, if all else fails, I will purchase the corner of a field somewhere. There's plenty of those sorts of plots around, and I will pull the trigger and do that. And then maybe we can, grow some courgettes or potatoes or something on like that, and then we can use those to promote some of our values or objectives regarding organic produce, or promoting soil fertility and composting and all the rest of it, and then use those products to exchange with other micronations, such as the Kingdom of Wayward, and they can give us Stomarian status for those products, and we can give them Stomarian status for their chickens and their eggs and whatever. This is how it's going to work. This is going to be the way that I want it to go. And the acquisition of land, increasing the number of status, and increasing the number of citizens is all tied into that. It's all about the same thing. It's all about building that real world community, that real world trade network, that real world empire. And that's something we're striving for. But aside from those sort of core objectives, those core points, those primary objectives that we're trying to sort of promote and advocate for, there are various other little things that we have lined up. We have recently designed a whole host of new and amended design work, artwork, which we'll be gradually publishing. The Facebook page is going to be revamped in that we are going to be posting a lot more regularly in order to recaptivate the audience a little bit more, because it has been put on the back burner a little bit since our YouTube channel was it became more of a focus for us to monetize it. And when it was monetized, a lot of our focus was, again, kept on YouTube, because there was more of a financial incentive, I suppose, to put more YouTube videos out there than there was Facebook posts. But we are going to change that. We are going to try to use the Facebook page a lot more in terms of putting in content on there that isn't simply links to our YouTube channel, which I have made a video about previously, but it has caused some problems because of the Facebook algorithm. I won't go into it here. You can go watch that video if you're interested. But certainly the utilizing the Facebook page a bit more, that's something that we're going to look at. We're at 5,000 likes at the moment, I think. If we can get somewhere near 10,000, that would be great. Again, I'm not setting these arbitrary targets really, but you know, I'm keen on round numbers, so if we can get to 10,000, that'll be great. The YouTube channel, we had that monetized obviously when we hit 1,000 subscribers. We now have 1,250, I think it is, around that sort of figure. And since it was monetized, we're averaging about 50 subscribers a month, give or take. So it's a relatively good rate in terms of the increase of subscribers for a Micronational YouTube channel, because it is exceptionally niche. But again, if we can get to 2,000 subscribers, again, that would be great. But again, arbitrary figure pulled out of the air, just a round number. Doesn't really mean anything. If we get 1,999 subscribers, I won't count that as a failure. It's a good step in the right direction. And we have, just touching on that YouTube channel aspect a little bit more, I have actually pre-recorded the final 3 videos for the How to Make a Micronation series. It is one of our most popular, it's one of the most popular aspects of our YouTube channel. It generates a lot of views, a lot of interest, a lot of watch hours, and a lot of revenue, because people want to know the answers to the questions that we ask. I think I got the wrong way around, but still, you get what I mean. People are interested in that sort of content. So the final 3 videos for that have been made. I do explain why we're closing that particular series off, that playlist, in the final video, which is a bit of a twist on everything. But you'll have to wait and see the video to see what I'm talking about. But again, aside from that, we're just going to be posting our regular content about the goings-on in the Empire of Stomaria. I suppose one of the next major things to happen will be towards the end of January 22nd seems to ring a bell, where the Kingdom of Wayward is actually going to be having several pine trees felled. We're purchasing the trees, we're paying for them to be taken down by professionals. And the people at Wayward are going to log those trees and season them at the Kingdom of Wayward. And in 6, 9, 12 months, when they are fully seasoned, we will be looking to sell those. And, you know, we will make a video about that at the time. Maybe we'll get some footage of the trees coming down. But we'll just have to see about that. You know, maybe something will go wrong. We can send it to You've Been Framed for 200 quid or whatever it is. Do they still do that? I don't know. Again, going on a tangent. But yeah, I mean, again, aside from the overall expansion of Stomaria itself, we're plodding along. That is the game plan, to increase awareness of the project, or increase awareness of micronationalism more generally, try to cooperate more closely with 1 or 2 other micronations, particularly the Empire of Eternia. We're hoping to actually, while on that topic, we're hoping to conclude our first trade deal with them, hopefully in the next few weeks. They're just, I think, preparing the final bits of their package that they'll be sending us, so we'll do a video on that, I'm sure. We already did send them Stomarian Data along with some other merchandise, and they made a video themselves about receiving that package, so please feel free to go and check out their video on that. I'm sure they'd appreciate the extra views, the extra watch hours, because like us, they're very keen to get their YouTube channel monetized, and they're very close. They just need the watch hours, so go and give them a helping hand on that front. And yeah, I don't think there's a huge amount more. Like I said, it's just generic stuff that we got planned for 2022, aside from what I've already gone through. You know, we will go and do more target practicing. We may do maybe even go hunting, small game, maybe on our land when we get it, or maybe at the Kingdom of Wayward if they allow us. You know, we'll post videos as and when they arise regarding the purchasing of land, about the development of that land, purchasing or growing the necessary tools and equipment and products to keep this project going, to give it a real world sort of atmosphere. And yeah, I don't think there's much more to say. Again, this is my usual unplanned, rambling, off the top of my head kind of video. It's the kind of videos I like to do. It's a bit more vlog style, a bit more personal, and it's a bit more, I don't know, a bit more honest, I suppose, a bit more from my heart. I don't sort of read from a script as such. Sometimes I'll like dot a few things down, but I prefer just winging it because it just takes too long for me to think about certain things. And if I go back and look at it and think, oh, I should have mentioned this and mentioned that, then I get annoyed because I spent a long time trying to prepare a video and rehearse a video, and then I still get it wrong. So I may as well just wing it, get it wrong, and then not be too mad at myself for doing that. But I don't know, maybe you guys prefer a more structured, organized video. Maybe you prefer it more heavily edited with less of my rambling. In which case, let me know, because, you know, we are trying to improve the quality of the content that we put out. We are trying to make the channel more appealing to the people that follow us. Because at the end of the day, it's you guys that are keeping the project going, because you're watching our content, and then that means the YouTube algorithm that catches on and shows it to more people. Those people watch it. In the meantime, all the ad revenue generated from the YouTube channel, that all goes to the Imperial Treasury, and that'll help to purchase more territory in the future. So, you know, it all forms a big part of our plans, is this YouTube channel. You know, it might get to a point where, you know, you get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 subscribers, or 10,000 subscribers, and you know, might get to the point where you're making £1,000 a month, which goes to the Imperial Treasury, which can be used to purchase land on a more regular basis. I mean, imagine a positioner will be in where every year will be able to buy another couple of acres and appoint another governor to that particular territory. I mean, that's the long-term game plan, and anything we can do to speed that up is something that we're striving to do. So increasing the number of citizens, increasing the number of Stomarian status, and increasing the number of the amount of land rather that we have, that is the bare basics. That is the core of what we're trying to do. And so if you did want to play a part in Stomaria in some capacity or another, either as just a generic citizen to show your support, as a Stomarian noble, if you want to have a lofty title, either in the Imperial Guard or a minister or a governor or something like that, or if you wanted to become a citizen and then fill those positions merely as a citizen, that is also possible to do. Then, you know, feel free to become a citizen. We will do like a recruitment video at some point, I'm sure, in the next few months. But if you are a supporter of this project, if you are a supporter of Stomaria, then feel free to become a citizen or become a noble, a lord or lady, through our Patreon campaign. I say it at the end of every video, but it is in the link to our Patreon campaign is in the description below for those interested. If you can't find it or you're struggling with it, just message me or email us, and we'll sort something out for you. But otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, if you got some value out of it in terms of understanding where we're going in the future, then please feel free to give it a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll catch you very soon in the next one.